Hey guys, I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for 200 subscribers. I love that the channel's growing. That's what it's all about. All right guys, with that being said, wife gave me permission to go buy a new bow, so I went and got me the new Mathews V3. I've shot it a few times, chronoed it. Right now with my 450 grain arrows, it is shooting at 290 feet per second, which is just blazing. So I am happy with this setup. Let's get started. I'm going to show you how to run a sight tape. First thing I like to do is I'm going to bottom this sucker out all the way up to the top. So I got the 3-pin. I'm going to run 20, 30, 40. And I'm going to make sure that when I top out, I know I'm at 40 yards. Something that some people won't tell you is that you will actually get an extra 10, 20 yards if you just, right from the get-go, go ahead and bottom that pin out. Not all the way out, but I like to get it towards the bottom of my sight, my 40-yard pin. I still have a little bit underneath of it so I can still see the whole target. If you get it out there towards the bottom of that sight, you know, instead of running it up here, you can get that extra 10, 20 yards out of your sight tape. So you might be able to shoot out to 120, 130. I've seen some crazy people running out to 150. So we're going to start there, and I'm going to start at 40 yards to get this bottom pin set. Once I get this bottom pin set at 40 yards, and then we'll start stepping it back so that I can see what sight tape I need to put on my sight. So I just got done setting up my archery bag here, and this buck comes walking over the hill. Good little buck. Looks like he's going to grow into a good sized buck. So all right, we're at 40 yards right here. I'm going to sling a few, and we're going to see where I need to move my marker to. All right, just after that first shot, I know I need to move my sight up just a little bit and to the left. All right, I moved my sight. Fling one more. That's pretty close. I'm probably going to move it back to the right a little bit and up just a little bit more. That's pretty damn good. Let's go take a look. So one thing to keep in mind when you're doing sight tapes is the sight tape is just for your elevation. So don't worry too much about your left and rights. Get your elevation on your sight tape. That needs to be spot on. And then worry about your left or rights. So you can see my first ones up here, and I went a little bit too far to the right, and I brought it down and a little bit back to the left. Pretty damn close to center here. So I'm going to shoot a group at 40, and we'll see what the group looks like without moving my pins. All right, still from 40 yards. Let's shoot this group, see where we're looking. Ooh, I think I want to go a little low. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, I think that is actually a pretty good group from 40. So we're gonna move probably out to about 60 yards so we can get a second mark on that tape. So I'll show you how I mark off where I'm at on the sight tape right now. So I think I have my 40-yard elevation pretty much dialed in. So get yourself one of these white chalk markers. And then right here, you got your marker, and I'm just gonna put a check mark right there. Just a little white line. Or a white dot. That works for me. And then we'll move back to a further yardage and get a second mark on this tape. All right, so when you're moving back to further yardages, now, instead of leaving this where it's at, I'm gonna roll down until I get to where I think about 60 yards is gonna be. And now I'm gonna fire. All right, first shot's just a little high, probably about 4 or 5 inches high. So I'm just gonna roll it up a little bit. All right, now that one's about 2 or 3 inches low. So I'm gonna roll her back down just a hair more. And the elevation on that one looks great. I'm just gonna go ahead and fire off this fourth arrow. It's right in the ballpark, maybe an inch or two high. So let's go check it out. Mind you, I'm gonna totally redo a new sight tape once I get my archery program to print out on my printer, so I can reach out to like 120 through those Total Archery Challenge shots. But for now, this is just a quick way to like get you on target, make sure you're hitting something you can shoot out to 100 yards and not miss. So we got my first shot was directly high. Second shot, I moved it. It was a little too low. Third shot, a little bit out to the right, but perfect elevation. Other one, a little bit to the left, maybe an inch or two high. So the last couple shots were more in the ballpark right there on the elevation mark that I want, because I know the group wasn't that good, but I'm actually feeling fairly confident those last two were right there in the elevation mark that I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and jump back to 80, and because actually it works better the further you are away from your original sight mark to see where your sight tape is at. All right, guys, I'm back at 80 yards. Already rolled my sight down a little bit. So we're going to take our first test shot. Okay, I think I hit way super high up in the bag. So I'm going to roll her back a little bit. It's just above that black area that I have chewed out, but I think that's right about where I let it go at. So I'm going to shoot another one without moving anything. Perfect elevation, just to the right. So let's shoot another one. And I'm pretty sure I just saw that with my naked eye, bullseyed that sucker. So let's go take a look. It's crazy, guys, that brand new bow. I am excited. That thing is a shooter. It's not going to really show on here because it's not going to look like that big of a group, because you got to remember I moved the sight a few times. So first shot, just guessing, absolutely hit the top of the bag like I said. All right, and then my second shot was just a little high, but like I said, I felt like I let go of it up here. Third and fourth shot, perfect elevation, right where I want it, right in the middle of the bag. So I'm going to call that good on the elevation part, which is what your sight tape is there for. So we're going to mark that off at 80, and I'll show you guys how to put on a sight tape. Okay, guys, so all you're going to do at this point is you're going to find a sight tape that matches up with all the marks that you made from 40, 60, and 80. Make sure they line up precisely, and then you're going to cut that one out and stick it to your sight tape. But if you're going to print your own sight tapes like I do, then get yourself some regular tape, tape it on both sides so it's kind of laminated, cut it out, and then put some double-sided tape on the back, and that way you can slide it in there and it's going to stick for you. So we're going to go ahead and cut that out, and on my sight tape, my pin is on this side, and then I'm going to read the yardage on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut the yardage off that side. Mine starts at 40, but I'm going to cut it off right above the 30 mark here. And then I'm going to cut really close to those numbers so I don't have excess paper. So at the end, it's going to look just something like that, so I can see the numbers on the side. I'm going to go ahead and slap this on the bow. And there it is, guys. From 40 out to 100. The way that I like to test it is go out to a random yardage, 67 yards. Dial it right to 67 and see what happens. So that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, guys, we're at 66 yards. I already rolled it to 66. We're going to see how accurate that sight tape is. Pretty accurate. That one felt good. Those two felt good. Let's go check them out. All right, guys, this is from 66 with the new sight tape. This is the one I thought I let go a little high. It's just a touch high. These are my last three down here, which is not bad, but these are my last two. The groups can get tighter, but that's on me. But you can see that that is a quick and easy way to set up a sight tape for your brand new bow. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. We love answering any type of questions. If you guys love hunting content, go ahead and give us a follow, and thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys on the next episode.